What do you do with a perfectly running car 6 weeks before drag week? You take it all apart. What else would you do? Right now, this thing is slower than molasses, and we're going to hot rod drag week, so we can't have that. On a good day, going downhill with a good wind behind it, maybe a 14.5 quarter mile, that's not gonna work. All right, so here is the 400. This has been bored 40 over, so technically it's a 408 plus some change. We're gonna dress it up with some AFR heads. We're gonna stick in a roller cam, but first, we gotta remove the hood. You know, I'm really gonna miss you. Why are you still in that engine bay? We gotta put a bigger, better motor inside you. So here we are. The radiator's out, the drive shaft is out. There's tools all over the place. There's fluids all over the ground. So if you guys are in the process of pulling an engine and your shop doesn't look like a complete disaster, you're probably doing it wrong. Fun fact, that's actually a electrical connector, and it's worked for over 6 years at this point. Might want to fix that before drag week, but hey, it hasn't failed me yet. All right, the carburation station's coming off. And honestly, I cannot believe I ran a spacer on here. I don't even know how I got that air cleaner to sit against the hood. Right on. I'm in the process of finally removing all the bolts off the headers. Well, won't you just look at that? I'm sure I had a pretty decent exhaust leak on this thing. This thing is greasy, dude.
There it is. What'd you do?
Like a pig.
Grease it up?
This lift sounds like it's in agony. Do I drop it fast or slow?
Well, yep, we're gonna set this right down in the middle of the burnout pipe that happened.
What happened to this floor? Savages.
I have no idea.
Savages. Oh, you couldn't hold it. What's that thing called?
So, the dirty thing or the dirty thing?
It's 2 pieces?
It is 2 pieces.
Huh. All right, so the plan with this thing very quickly is this mid plate's leaking, so that's got to be replaced. I need to get a different bell housing. The clutch is smoked on this thing, so new clutch, and obviously there's gonna be a new motor. Throw it, Bree. There we go. Hello. Oh. I don't think there is a clutch anymore. There we go. This engine, it's a 305. I mean, it's been super reliable. I'll probably fix the valve guide seals that are leaking. I know the oil pan leaks, so I'll get all those taken care of, and then I'm gonna put this thing in the 69 C10 I'm building. This is the clutch that was originally in this car. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. It's survived 2 different engines. It's definitely not going in the 3rd one. New day, new mission. The Super T10 is clean. The air gap is clean. The shop is a little bit more set up. Got my Cursemaro list up there. Well, I got this thing torn apart for the most part. I did realize that these forks are eaten up pretty good. So you might be wondering why I'm tearing this whole transmission apart, since it really hasn't given me any issues since I rebuilt it. The problem is these mid plates are notorious for warping. I rebuilt this thing when I got the car because it was slipping out of gear. I sealed everything up, and within a couple days I had a mid plate leak. So I've just been living with it. It's been losing fluid. With drag week coming up, this is something I'm gonna have to address because they're not gonna let me pass tech if I have a leak underneath the car. Paul from 5speeds.com makes a billet mid plate. This thing is beautiful. So I'm at the point where we can remove this whole cluster. Yeah. The issue with doing this type of repair, the shaft, bearing, and the mid plate is the first thing that you have to put together when you assemble one of these. So I basically have to completely tear it all apart. That wasn't too bad. Having a shop press definitely makes that job a lot easier. So I got the shaft pressed out so I could remove that mid plate, and now I'm pressing all the gears back in so we can reinstall the mid plate, the new billet one. Alrighty, so it's time to swap these bearings out of this mid plate. Woohoo, that was easy. Oh man, so I think it's like 3.5 weeks till drag week. Nothing is done, but let me get you guys caught up. This about 6 years ago when I bought it was pristine. It's a Pro Billet flywheel that is completely rusty now. And I got some metal rescue. Supposedly this stuff is super safe. Don't have to even use gloves for it. As far as soak times, they say 2 hours to 48 hours depending on the rust. For this Pro Billet mid plate repair, Paul from 5speeds.com provides you with a bigger pin. The problem is you have to drill out the main case and the tail housing. Not a big deal. Hey, I got this drill press that I got not too long ago. Looks like it's an old blender from like the 1940s. I got it going, I got the right bit in there, and I started drilling some holes, this piece of aluminum heatsink. So if you can tell, there is some movement. So here's what's happening. There is still play in the shaft. So as you're drilling down, this thing's actually wobbling back and forth and it's widening out that hole. And the other thing I have to do besides this little mid-plate repair is I have to take a very expensive pair of AFR heads and I have to drill steam holes into them. Mainly because they're backed up and I'm not gonna get these heads before drag week. And if I take it to a machine shop, I'm probably not gonna get them back before I have to put the motor together. We know this ain't gonna work. I have a drill press that I ordered by Wen, which should be arriving this weekend. So we'll put this off on hold and let us go check out how those parts turned out in the metal rescue. Inside this murky water, there supposedly is a flywheel. Did it really disintegrate my whole flywheel? I'm just kidding. So, oh man, look at that. Oh, the rust is gone, man. This product works pretty good. But if I can teach you all a lesson and teach myself a lesson, that is when you go to the machine shop and get this stuff taken care of, ready for an engine build that engine within the next couple months. Don't wait 6 years like I did. Getting back to the mid-plate repair, I already got this dowel location drilled out. It fits in there pretty snugly, and I was able to do that with this brand new drill press. Getting back to this thing, I got the seal in there, and I got a new O-ring in there. This is in no way a full rebuild since that happened about 6 years ago, but some of the gaskets, some of the seals, some of the O-rings that came in the kit, we're gonna swap them out. It's basically cheap insurance. I'm down to about 2 weeks. Actually, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be in North Carolina, or is it South Carolina? I don't even know. So moving along with the assembly, I have all the needle bearings in there. I believe there's 80 in total for this counter gear, and we're gonna drop that into this main case finally. When I took this thing apart, this bolt was actually backed off some. So I'm wondering if I forgot to thread locker this guy when I rebuilt it last time. Maybe that's where the leak was coming from too. This loosened up a little bit and created a gap there. Very possible. For the next couple of days, I spent cleaning the engine block and removing rust from the connecting rods and the crankshaft. Here I am flex honing the already machined honed cylinders. Molasses is not very friendly to machine surfaces like it is to rust. Due to some chips in the windshield, we had to remove the old one and make way for some new glass. I got as far as starting to check the bearing clearances before I realized we were basically out of time. This was a complete failure of an engine swap. But let me tell you about a more successful one. Kind of.